welcome to Legal Basics with Cyro Law Global, and my name is Sian. Today we are on part 3 of the 3-part series on due diligence. Na hii episode ni ile ya kukaa rada. So now you have seen your property, the one you want to buy, you've carried out a search, you've gone to the surveyor, you have checked out the parties, you're sure that if you're dealing with a company, you have the right directors. If you're dealing with a natural person, you're sure you're dealing with the person who's named on the title. And now you get into an agreement. What next? First of all, when you're already going through this agreement, ensure that you're paying, if you're the buyer, you're paying the least possible deposit. So at the negotiation stage, ensure that the amount of money that you give to this seller is the least possible that you can negotiate in that transaction. Why? Because things can go wrong and for some reason the property is not transferred to you, and you have to ensure that you don't lose too much money in the process. You see, at the end of the day, we hope that everybody comes to the table with goodwill, but the truth is that not everybody comes to the table with goodwill. Secondly, if your party is married, ensure that they have a spousal consent. And this would be in the form of an affidavit signed by the spouse of this person saying that they do not have anything against this transaction. Remember, under our current land laws, a spouse can actually nullify a transaction. So this means that you can actually pay the entire purchase price, and the spouse of this person can show up and say, I did not know, and sorry, I did not want this land to be sold, and it can be cancelled. Now, after you pay your deposit, ensure to take constructive possession. What does constructive possession mean? It does not necessarily mean that you start to develop a plot. It does not necessarily mean that you're going to move into a house, but it means that you need to do something to that property that only an owner could have done to it. For example, if you've bought a plot, you should start fencing, probably bring a lorry of sand, bring some cubes, have somebody live there. If it's a house, if it's an office, start painting. And the reason why it is extremely important to take constructive possession before you have finished a transaction is because it usually brings out issues that the seller could have conveniently forgotten in the process of sale. For instance, many families give property to one person who is believed to be the more responsible among the siblings, or the most learned, the one who went to school. So for some reason, property is registered in their name. Most of these people are good, but some of them do want to do things that are not acceptable to the others, and they might have left out the fact that they're holding property in trust for somebody else. Sometimes property is truly registered in the name of the rightful owner, but there's a court case, the case is unreported, and you have no reason as a seller to know that actually this property is under a dispute that is ongoing in court. And sometimes it's not even in court, sometimes families are just feuding. So when you take constructive possession of property, it means that you're going to be doing something that is going to attract some attention to you as the new likely owner, even before the transaction is complete. So this helps you to be able to secure your interest, to really know that the property can be transferred to you, and to really know that then you're safe to complete the rest of your transaction. Now, when the property has been given out as a security in a financial transaction, you also need to know that the loan that the property was supposed to secure is either being paid, or it is an amount that you as the buyer can clear with the amount that you're supposed to pay as exchange for this property. Because sometimes people get into financial transactions and then they default, and then the loan grows and grows and grows way beyond the amount of money that you would have been willing to pay as a buyer for the property. So I hope you as a buyer utakaa rada, usiibiwe pesa, and I really hope to see you next time. Subscribe. If you have any questions, reach us through our Gmail address, which is saralowglobal@gmail.com. Sanitize, stay safe. Bye-bye.